morning and happy Friday, Leiden. I'm Raylene Cabral.
And I'm Leah Rodriguez, bringing you this week's Eagle Update. This week, we catch up with some former Eagle alumni turned teachers, rock out to the newest edition of Leiden Lyrics, and of course, go to our sports studio.
But before that, we caught up with Eagles Eye Sarah Krajewski for a brief update with Dr. Poliak about all the construction that will be happening at East.
Now we're here with Dr. Poliak at the East Campus, and a lot has been happening with the construction. What has been happening just behind us?
Well, the construction crews are on site. We've created a temporary parking lot for staff in the meantime, but they've been moving a lot of dirt, laying down rock, and getting ready to really start construction.
So now we're standing where the new pool is going to be, correct?
Yes, the new pool, the new courtyard will be directly behind where we're standing right now.
How will this benefit East Leiden, West Leiden, and the rest of the community?
Well, the Aquatic Center specifically is going to be the home for our boys and girls swimming team. We're going to be able to add diving back in, and we're planning to add boys and girls water polo. So that'll benefit all students. And then we're also looking at swim lessons and community usage, so that'll be an asset for the entire community.
So what will be happening over the summer, and what might students expect to find when they return mid-August?
Well, when students come back to East Leiden next year, they're going to find that the old girls' locker room at the end of the building will have been transformed into science classrooms, and they're going to start to see the building coming up out of the ground on the old Dodge field.
Thank you, Dr. Poliak. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. As all of us West students know, West is also going under construction. WLTV's Christian Herrera was able to talk to Dr. Poliak and find out where we are at in our home campus's construction.
Good morning, Leiden. I'm Christian Herrera, and I'm here with Dr. Poliak, Superintendent of the Leiden High Schools. And we are here, as you can see, in the newly renovated library, which is actually starting to look like a library now. And so, as we wrap up this phase on the construction, can you tell me a little bit more of what's going on behind the scenes?
Sure, thanks for having me. We are finishing up the Library and Media Center on the second floor, and we're almost done with the Student Commons, part of the cafeteria downstairs right below us. But the Student Activities Office is already open. The Eagles Wing is renovated, the new Eagles Wing, and that is open. So we're moving right along.
All right, and that's all happening during the school year. But now can you tell me about what's going to happen in the summer when everyone's out of school and just hanging out, you know?
Sure. When summer starts, the construction is going to move from this area of the building to the area directly behind. So where the students have been eating lunch this year, that'll become the construction area. And then behind here, we're going to be building new counseling offices and new dean's offices.
All right, that sounds awesome, especially since it's going to be something very exciting for everyone to see coming back from summer break.
Speaking of crossover, some familiar faces have crossed over from the small student desks to the luxurious teacher desks at the same district.
Here's the first ever Eagle Eye and WLTV report on Leiden teachers who used to once roam the halls as a student.
Hi, I'm here with math teacher Mr. Elwood. Mr. Elwood, what school did you attend?
East Leiden.
And what year did you graduate from?
1993.
And Mr. Elwood, how much interaction did you have with kids from the other campus back then?
Decent amount through sports. You know, I played baseball, and so the kids that I went to middle school with, elementary school, that we played sports together, we played, you know, in high school. But that was really the only time we saw each other.
I attended East Leiden in 1994 through 1998. So I was in cheerleading, so I had a lot of interaction with East and West students.
I attended East Leiden High School. I graduated in 1995. Back then, I played football and baseball, but unlike today, football was all at West Leiden. So we practiced at West Leiden, and obviously baseball is still at West Leiden, so I interact with my teammates from West Leiden.
I went to East Leiden High School. A very long time ago. I graduated in 1988. At that point, they had integrated the sports for a few years. So during sports, you interacted, but that was about it.
I went to West Leiden High School, and I graduated in 2011. We had a lot of my good friends came here to East, and half of us were over at West. A lot of us played baseball together, so we saw each other constantly.
The general impression that students at East Leiden had of students from West Leiden back then?
I think probably a lot like today, the East Leiden students thought they were better than the West Leiden students, and the West Leiden students thought they were better than the East Leiden students.
It was a super competitive environment. East always wanted to outdo West, and vice versa. Whether it was showing up to football games, basketball games, or on the field in the actual sport that we played, everything was a competition.
When I was in high school, everybody definitely thought East was the best, and then everybody that went to West thought West was the best. No doubt about it. But I still got a little place in my heart for East, for sure.
We had just integrated. There still was a little bit of animosity between East and West, and there was the whole, you know, West is best, East is least, is what they used to say, but we knew better. We always thought we were the better school compared, but you know, over the years, that's kind of gone away, and there's not really that tension anymore between campuses.
And what was it like for you when you first returned to Leiden as a teacher?
Weird. So I'm so used to calling teachers by Mr. or Mrs., and now it's by first name. So I still call people by Mr. or Mrs., and I'm pretty okay with that.
Interesting. I still had a few teachers. I was 23 years old. I still had a few teachers. There's actually still a few here. Mr. Gerber is here. Mr. Grosch was here when I was in high school, and Mr. Callister and Mr. Narder. So it was interesting when I started, but it's been great.
It was super cool. I still had some teachers here that were my teachers. They handed me the keys. They're like, "Hey," I was like, "I have the keys to my high school." It was neat.
And one more question. How well do students between the two campuses get along today versus when you were a student?
I think a lot better. When I was a student, we were less than 10 years into our merger. East and West Leiden merged in 1981. It was less than 10 years after that, so there was still a little bit of a rivalry that was, you know, dating back to 1981.
I mean, I haven't really noticed a difference when I coached POMs. Students got along between campuses, you know, on the team and off the team, and I don't really see a difference.
Like I said, I don't think there's that kind of animosity anymore. You know, some kids are best friends with others over at West, and you know, I do like the way that everything has come together and it's like one big family.
What's up, Leiden? I'm Stats by Joe.
And we're J&K Stats.
In the East SBN studio, bringing you another Sports Minute. Instead of our traditional Team of the Week and Star of the Week, we are bringing you Leiden's official Star Athletes of the Year, and the East ones will be presented by the girls.
This year's East male athlete goes to Tom Rashevsky for volleyball and swimming. Last week, he won the Leiden Multi-Sport Athlete Award. Congratulations, Tom.
This year's Female Athlete of the Year goes to Jessica Makeup, who was a two-time state qualifier for tennis. She also won a Single Sport Athlete of the Year award at the Spring Sports Awards last week.
And continuing the theme of this episode, we will cross over to the West Stars of the Year. The West Male Athlete of the Year goes to gymnast Gabe Ahina, who won a scholarship for his devotion to the sport and his role model ability. The West Female Athlete goes to track star Esther Aldana, who won a full ride scholarship to her future four-year college at DePaul. Congratulations to all the athletes. And speaking of fun times at Leiden, these two got to go do Leiden Lyrics. And as well as great students from Leiden, we had an East Leiden student who won the Live Moss Scholarship from Taco Bell, which was a $10,000 check presented in the lunchroom.
We have a special guest whose name is Tracy Smith.
Coming out, presenting the scholarship are Mr. and Mrs. Torres and his sister of a $10,000 Live Moss Scholarship.
I mean, they were only offering 50 awards, and there was about 700 people that applied. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna have a difficult time winning the scholarship, but I was confident in my video, and I knew I was gonna win. My video submission was for a Live My Scholarship. I was supposed to talk about my passion, and I said that my passion was to help other people, and I wanna change people's lives in the future. So I wanna become a doctor and change people's lives medically.
I do want to thank Leiden for their time this year. It has been an honor bringing you your sports news. And even though some teachers say good job in the hallways, and I always say thank you, and students make fun of me with the another, it has truly been a fun ride, and I'm going to miss this. So from J&K Stats, who are not here anymore, and myself, Stats by Joe, for the final time, signing it off.
Thank you, Joey. It was great to see you in the studio. East Leiden's weekly lyric challenge has crossed over to West Leiden. Eagle Update's Kaylee Kilrain was able to bring her lyrics on the road.
Here with our last Leiden Lyrics of the Year. Let's go.
That way.
All in this together,
All in this
together.
in this together. Together. Better keep going, bro. I don't know the rest. Alright, cool.
We're all in this
Together. Oh.
You don't know
Together.
We gotta find more people, man. We really do. Let's try through here. We're all in this.
Another sports minute.
No. We'll show you what we're gonna do.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to both campuses for tuning in for this special episode.
For WLTV, this is Dylan and Eric signing off. Have a great summer, everyone, and don't forget,
Go Eagles!
And remember to
Love the gold,
commit to blue,
'cause light and pride
is the move.